Hi folks, welcome back to Games for Gamers coverage of Blade and Soul, an NC-Soft, free-to-play action MMORPG that is currently available. It dropped on the 19th for its US and European release. So this is a follow-up video that I wanted to do based on what seems to be the cash shop debacle for the game. Now, in previous videos that I've done on it, I have to sit through a queue in order to actually get in the game, and at times it has been as high as nearly 800, and at other times been as low as the mid to upper 200s and lower 300s. So I investigated these packs, which give you the premium membership, which allows you to have this priority queue placement. Sort of like this fast path thing that was going on at the Disney theme parks, where basically if you had some kind of reason for it, you had a fast path that put you to the beginning of the line. And of course this was often tied to people with a disability, and then there was some drama of people with disabilities selling their services to go with families and whatnot, and basically get the family to the beginning of the line. So I investigated the price of these packages, and at first glance, one of them, the 30-day one, is 2,700 N coin. The cheapest one is basically 400. In looking at the prices, the 7-day one, which is 400 N coin, amounts to 5 real-life dollars. The 2700 has no direct comparison. You could either get 4,000 coin for $50, or 2 of the 1600 coins for 20 a pop, amounting to 40. The math is pretty shit for the more expensive one. Well, as it turns out, folks, it is not quite as bad as we thought. I discovered this little button here today called Lobby Shop. And I was like, wow, okay, bunch of stuff over here. Let me take a look. So there seems to be this Hong Moon coins and N coins. Hong Moon coin can be obtained by selling gold on the currency exchange, or from the system or events, so potentially somewhat like WildStar's currency. My girlfriend, when we were playing WildStar, was very good at playing the market, and was intending to pay for her sub by playing the in-game market, like a stock market basically. The N coin, of course, is the direct real-life comparison, and here are the prices. 400 for 5, 800 for 10, 16 for 20, 4,000 for 50, and the whopper of 8,000 N coin for $100. So in looking at these prices, the 7-day pack is $5. The 1-month package, as we knew, is $26.99, so rounding it up to $2,700. Nothing amounts to that. This 20 and 10 for 30 still doesn't net you enough. So you could either go for the 50 or 2 20s at $40 and wind up with some left over, 500 coins left over. Well, that's a lot. I mean, $40 for a month or $50 for a month is absolutely insane. But here's the deal. These are just packages. They're the combo meal. It's like going in and saying, Jesus, I'm going to pay $5 for a hamburger. No, you're paying $5 for the whole fucking combo meal. It's the milkshake, the fries, and the hamburger. Well, you can still a la carte this stuff, and it's here under this membership. So you set this to be the N coin tab, not the Hong Moon coin tab. Go to membership, and voila. Now we're finally getting to something redeeming for what seemed like a horrible, horrible cash grab. 30 days of premium membership is only 959 N coin. So as we can see here, that is roughly at its lowest, 800 and 400, it's going to be $15. Not too much different from a 1 month per 1 month per 1 month WoW sub. $15, roughly, with some leftovers, so eventually you're going to wind up getting a free month with all of your leftovers. Or, you know, you could do 1600 and then have a lot of leftovers. You could do it that way. So back to the memberships. Here we're looking at 90 days. So we're looking at 3 months for 2,800. This is very close to the expensive pack. So rounding this up to 2,800, we look at the 1,600 for $20. The 800, so that brings you up to 24. And then the 400, so 15, 20, $35 for 3 months. Now, checking out the math on that one and everything, it amounts to only $11 a month. That actually beats a WoW sub right now. And the whole entire year, getting an entire year's worth, is 10,000 N-coins. So, 800, 1,600, 400. There is your 10,000 N-coins. So 8,000 plus 2,000, so that's 125. Roughly $10. That definitely beats the price of a WoW sub. I believe at my 3-month one that I'm doing, it amounts to about $13 a month. So this redeems what I thought in the previous video was absolute shit. However, you still, and I don't know my queue time because I haven't clicked it yet. Okay, Blade and Soulside. I was getting a full version of the game off of eBay, but it wound up being the Great Britain. It was the English version of it, and that didn't work in the States, and I was trying to get my money back off the guy, and it was just way too much effort. So I wound up with a copy of Lotro that I couldn't really do anything with. So this priority queue placement and charging you money for it maybe is not as bad as I thought. At 4 o'clock Eastern time on a Thursday. Okay, well, here we go. So we're in game without a queue.
A survey has arrived.
And such. So let's just go ahead and do our win at the game of life over here. So I've gained this thing called the Viridian Valor Stone, and I can get my other spin in about an hour. It seems like 4 and 2 are the biggest slices of the pie, 1 being the absolute biggest. I haven't had a 1 yet. 3 is relatively big. 4 doesn't look too unfair, and 6 and 5, of course, are somewhat tiny. So Jadestone Village, Viridian Valorstone Trader, acquired from Daily Quest, exchange with a piece of equipment or outfit. Maybe I get some kind of an outfit for it. Still a shame that you can't click these and be taken anywhere. But maybe this priority... Oh, okay, it is actually working now. My Firefox just came up. So it does look like they are clickable. I got taken over to a page where I can spend money on the student bundle. Let me just get out of Firefox and be back in the game. So this is finally clickable. And it does seem like things are a little bit better. So because I have no preconceived notions about the game, I don't want to love it, I don't want to hate it. I feel it's only fair that I do a follow-up video for this, and basically redo the findings over here. So again, it's I'm gonna have to keep looking at it over here, and you know, maybe try it about 7-8 o'clock tonight and see what it's like to get in. At this point, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I mean, every sub-college age person is home. The high schoolers are going to be home. You know, not any elementary school should be playing this, but junior high, high school, they're definitely going to be home. College break is over, so college kids will be back to school, but this should be a time in which I would have at least a small queue, and I didn't, as you can see. So my apologies. The game has kind of redeemed itself over here, and I'll be looking at prime time over the nights to see how bad the queues are, but at least it's not nearly as expensive as I thought, and technically, compared to other full subs, like World of Warcraft, not Rift. Rift has always been cheap, but expensive WoW-style full subs, bulk purchase for this does come in cheaper. But as you can see, the gold spam is just still very, very ridiculous. The blue is coming in from Party Finder. The gold is the regional chat, and that is absolutely awful. There needs to be some kind of chat throttling for accounts, and a lot of games are doing that. WoW does that. I mean, you get about 3 hits of the enter key, and then you're muted for a little bit. The fact that these guys are able to get away with that, that's something that NCSoft definitely needs to look into and address, because it's awful. I mean, it basically makes chat completely useless. But at least the money stuff is not nearly as bad as I thought. So I hope you guys enjoyed this follow-up. Stay tuned to the channel for some more gameplay and action-related ones. I'm just going to go ahead and wait until I'm higher level and everything for that, so that you're not seeing the same lower level stuff over and over and over and over again. So take care, everybody, and if you're on the East Coast and you've got that winter storm coming, stay safe, everybody. With the Central Atlantic East Coast, like North Carolina and Virginia and everything, may have some definite issues. Peace out, folks.